All right, so today we're taking a look at this YouTube video you sent me from the Ring of Fire called New Lawsuits Target Insurers for Dropping Homeowners Before Wildfires.
Right.
And, this whole thing about California homeowners and insurance, especially with all the wildfires they have out there.
Yeah, it's
a mess.
Yeah, it's really complicated, and there's so many different moving parts.
Yeah, and it feels like every time you turn around, there's a new headline.
Absolutely.
About, another insurance company pulling out or people losing their homes or, rates going through the roof.
Exactly.
So we're going to take a deep dive into this YouTube video today and really try to understand what's going on, what the impact is on homeowners, and, what the wider economic consequences might be.
Absolutely. I think that's a great idea because, like you said, it's a very complex issue.
Yeah.
It's not just a simple, cause and effect.
Right.
There are so many different factors at play.
Right.
And so I think it's important to really unpack those and try to figure out what's really driving this insurance dilemma.
Right. And, one of the things that really jumps out from the video right off the bat is like this reluctance of these big insurance companies to write new policies or even renew existing ones in parts of California that are prone to wildfires.
Exactly. And it's not just small insurance companies.
Right.
It's, the big players.
Right.
State Farm, Allstate, Farmers, they're all seemingly pulling back.
Yeah, and they give this number in the video.
Yeah.
100,000 people in California since 2019 have lost their fire insurance.
That's a huge number.
It's a lot of people.
Yeah.
And you know what that reminded me of?
What's that?
Was the situation in Florida with hurricanes and flooding.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Where all these insurance companies pulled out.
That's right.
And the video actually mentions that over 20 major insurance companies have left Florida, which you can imagine what that does to the prices for everyone else.
Oh, yeah. It's got to be sky high.
It's got to be crazy.
Yeah.
So it seems like, it's not just California.
Right.
This might be happening.
Yeah. It could be a bigger trend.
Yeah.
With insurance companies and climate risk.
Right. And then another thing that the video really drives home is that, we tend to think of this as like a rich person problem.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see.
Celebrities in Malibu.
Right.
Losing their mansions to fire.
Exactly.
But the speaker in the video makes it really clear that it's not just rich people.
No, not at all.
It's small businesses.
Right.
Average working people. Families who've lived in these homes for generations.
That's really sad.
And they're losing their insurance.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking to think about.
And the thing is, too, is that, losing your insurance isn't just like an inconvenience.
No.
It can actually force people out of their homes.
Yes. Because you can't get a mortgage without insurance.
Right.
So
it has a ripple effect.
A huge ripple effect.
You can't get insurance. You can't get a mortgage.
Right.
Property values go down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then the whole economy suffers.
Right. It affects everything.
Yeah. It's not just an individual problem.
Right.
It's a systemic problem.
Yeah. And there's a lot of blame going around.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
It's easy to point fingers.
Yeah, people are blaming, environmentalists.
Right.
Or
developers.
Or, the government or whoever.
It seems like everyone's looking for someone to blame.
Right. And the speaker in the video actually says that they're frustrated that nobody seems to be blaming, like, Nestle.
Oh, really?
And these big water companies.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't heard that perspective before.
But the video really seems to be focusing on what the insurance companies are doing.
Right, because ultimately they're the ones who are making the decisions.
Right.
About whether or not to insure these homes.
Yeah.
And their actions are having a direct impact on people's lives.
So it seems like regardless of who's to blame, the bottom line is that these homeowners are in a tough spot.
They are.
And
it doesn't seem like there are any easy answers.
Right. And it's not just a few people.
No.
This is affecting a lot of people.
A lot of people.
And it has big economic consequences.
Absolutely. So it's definitely something we need to be paying attention to.
Yeah. And I think the big question coming out of all of this is...
What is it?
What are we going to do about it?
Yeah.
Like, what are the solutions?
Yeah, because it's clear that the current system isn't working.
Right. It's not sustainable.
No, not in the long run.
So what are we going to do?
That's the million-dollar question.
Yeah. And I think it's a question that we all need to be thinking about.
I agree.
Yeah.
Because this isn't just a problem for California.
Right.
This is a problem for anyone who lives in an area that's at risk of natural disasters.
Right.
And with climate change, those areas are only going to increase.
It's going to get worse.
Yeah. So we need to start thinking about solutions now.
So, as always, listeners, we're leaving you with something to think about.
Yeah.
Considering everything we've discussed about insurance, mortgages, property values, what are some potential long-term solutions or alternative models that could address this growing crisis in states facing increasing natural disasters?
That's a tough one.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
But it's one that we need to figure out.
It is.
Sooner rather than later.
All right. Well, thank you so much for taking this deep dive with us.
Thanks for having me.
And we'll see you next time.